everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. When Calls the Heart Season 13 features Nathan and Bill solving urgent case. When Calls the Heart has a new showrunner, Joy Gregory, for Season 13. Already, Gregory has teased some of the storylines that Hardys can expect next season. This includes Chris McNally's character, Lucas Bouchard, and the challenges Elizabeth and Nathan face. However, the next season will include an urgent case that puts Hope Valley in danger. Mountie Nathan Grant and Bill Avery will need to be heroes. What should fans of the long-running Hallmark series expect? When Calls the Heart Season 13 is shaping up to be an exciting new season. New showrunner Joy Gregory has already talked about many of the characters and their storylines this season. But what about Hope Valley? A few years ago, they almost lost their water. Also, last year there was a double eagle coin used that was from a great train robbery. What about Season 13? Is Hope Valley in danger again? Recently, Joy Gregory spoke to the official Hardys aftershow. She revealed that Nathan and Bill have a new case that is urgent for Hope Valley. Of course, Bill and Nathan will have an important case. It's gonna be a case that is deeply connected to the town in a really urgent, personal way. However, she did not share any details, including movies or historical events, that may have inspired the writers as they plotted the new season. New When Calls the Heart showrunner Joy Gregory has shared that Season 13 will include an urgent situation in Hope Valley that requires Kevin McGarry's Nathan and Jack Wagner's Bill to work together to keep the residents of the community safe. However, will Rosemary or Georgie be helping them? For a couple of seasons, Pascale Hutton's Rosemary Coulter has been working with Bill Avery in solving some pretty good cases. The local reporter has a knack for solving complicated cases. However, it is not clear if she will be part of this new mission. Furthermore, another big question is Georgie McGill. Portrayed by Melissa Gilbert, she was a guest star in 2 Season 12 episodes as the forensic investigator that knew Bill Avery back in the day. The two sparked a romance in Season 12. Could they be working on this case together? That seems like a possibility. But Joy Gregory has not revealed whether Melissa will be back and if she is on the case with Bill and Nathan. Lastly, at the end of Season 12, Nathan and Allie joined Elizabeth and little Jack to Cape Fullerton. Will Nathan leave Elizabeth and Jack on their own in Cape Fullerton to work on this case? Or will all four return to Hope Valley with a new diabetes solution for the young boy? There are more unanswered questions than answers. Thankfully, they will start filming the series soon. Moreover, When Calls the Heart Season 13 will premiere sometime in 2026. Hope Valley is no stranger to storms, of the heart, of the soul, and sometimes of the law. As When Calls the Heart returns for its much-anticipated Season 13, fans are met not with a wedding, a schoolhouse drama, or an oil company scandal, but something far darker and more urgent. Mountie Nathan Grant, Kevin McGarry, long the emblem of order and strength in the town, finds himself partnered in an unlikely alliance with former judge and man of many hats Bill Avery, Jack Wagner. Together, they are called upon to solve the most confounding case Hope Valley has faced since the days of the infamous counterfeiting scheme. The trouble begins when a mysterious letter arrives at the Mountie post in the dead of night. The envelope is plain, the handwriting hurried. Inside, a single line reads, "The past is not buried. It's returning." At first, Nathan shrugs it off as the work of a bored prankster, or perhaps a restless poet. But when the town's sawmill is sabotaged days later, sending timber flying and injuring a worker, it becomes clear this is no coincidence. Bill, now semi-retired but always hungry for the truth, senses something deeper. "This feels personal," he mutters, inspecting the sawdust-covered remains of the machinery with a discerning eye. Nathan nods, already suspecting the incident may be tied to a man he once brought to justice, a man now presumed dead. The case escalates quickly. Supplies disappear from the mercantile. Elizabeth Thornton, Erin Krakow, discovers her schoolhouse ransacked one morning, though nothing of value appears missing. Just a broken window and a trail of muddy footprints leading into the woods. Someone's trying to shake the town, Nathan says grimly, but why? Bill and Nathan set up a temporary operations center in the back of the cafe. Lucas Bouchard, ever the watchful observer despite his distance from Elizabeth these days, keeps them well fed with coffee and scones, while also providing surveillance footage from his private security system. A recent addition after his own wine shipments were tampered with. Then comes the chilling breakthrough. A partial fingerprint found on the broken window of the schoolhouse matches that of Elias Brooks, a former Pinkerton agent turned criminal mastermind who disappeared 5 years ago after Bill helped convict him on charges of arson and fraud. Brooks was presumed to have perished in a prison fire. But if he's alive and seeking revenge, the entire town could be in danger. This isn't just about me anymore, Bill confesses to Nathan one night under the amber glow of the saloon lanterns. It's about everyone I ever cared about in this town. The usually composed former judge looks shaken. Nathan, tapping his fingers on his holster, understands all too well what's at stake. As the dew digs deeper, clues begin to piece themselves together like a jigsaw puzzle no one asked to play. Rosemary and Lee Coulter find their printing press tampered with, their headlines altered in eerie, cryptic ways. Faith Carter reports that someone rifled through patient records at the infirmary. And finally, Elizabeth, beloved, ever-curious Elizabeth, receives a poem in her lesson plans written in Elias known style. When hope is high and hearts are still / remember who once sought the will / of vengeance cold and justice blind / a shadow walks with you behind. A town meeting is called, tensions high and nerves frayed. Bill and Nathan explain the situation carefully, warning residents to stay vigilant and report anything unusual. But Hope Valley doesn't scare easily. "We've stood through storms worse than this," says Florence Blakely, arms folded defiantly. "Let him come, we'll be ready." It is in the forest, behind the coal mine ruins, where the final confrontation takes place. Nathan, following a fresh set of boot prints with Bill close behind, discovers a hidden shack. Inside, newspaper clippings, photographs of residents, and what appears to be a blueprint of the town. At the center of it all, Elias Brooks, gaunt and ghost-like, his eyes burning with fanatical rage. "You should have let me die in that fire, Avery," Brooks growls, drawing a pistol. But Nathan's quicker. He disarms Brooks in a flash, the struggle brief but tense. Bill steps in, pinning the man down as backup arrives. Hope Valley is safe once more. The season doesn't end on triumph but reflection. Bill, standing in front of the rebuilt sawmill, confesses to Rosemary during an interview for the Valley Voice. Justice is never simple. Sometimes it comes with shadows you can't shake. Nathan visits Elizabeth, returning one of her books found in the shack. "He'd been watching all of us for a long time," he says softly. Elizabeth places the book back on her shelf, her gaze steady. "Then it's a good thing we have people like you and Bill watching over us too."